Kate from Blackbird Blessings here with your astrological forecast for the week of July 30th through August 4th. We are full on in Leo season. We are feeling the heat, feeling the passion, feeling social, fun, maybe a little bit of drama. So let's find out what the transits and the sky has for us this week. We're building towards a full moon. We should be feeling this energy and feeling like things are building. We're getting ready for the completion of that lunar cycle, and we have a full moon in Aquarius. So what is happening leading up to that? Sunday, we have the moon in Capricorn, right? So Leo sun with Capricorn moon, that is perfect salesperson energy, right? You have somebody who is charismatic and sociable and able to kind of say the right things at the right time and catch people's attention, and then the drive and the ability to be organized and get things done. So this is such a fun way to end our weekend, and that energy is going to be carrying over into Monday. Okay, so Monday is when we have the full moon in Aquarius. All right, so Aquarians is a very complex sign. It seems like it is very contradictory in some spots, but when you really look at it as a whole, it does blend well together. So what does this mean? Okay, so Aquarius is the sign of the humanitarian, right? They are the ruler of social groups and community outreach projects, right? This is the heart of the Aquarian. Okay, so it celebrates at the same time as the collective and groups of people, also celebrates the individual and how we fit into that collective, right? How are we contributing back to our society? What is our unique talents and personality quirks and traits and stuff that kind of make this collective effort really colorful and wonderful and unique? All right, so Aquarians love to be able to bring like-minded people together, right? They're the people that say, hey, you know what? I'm also for, these types of like activists pursuits or animal rights or gender things, whatever it is. And they find like-minded people, and then they're working together to change society in a way that they feel would be productive and moving forward. Okay, so they're builders, all right? So they're building community, they're building relationships, they're building support systems for people. But at the same time, and here's that contradiction, they are the chaos makers, right? They're the ones that put ideas out there and really stir up the questions to try to break down structures and social constructs that no longer seem to be propelling us forward, that seem stale, they seem rigid, maybe sometimes like kind of outdated and old. These are the people that are the movers and shakers that say, you know what, maybe these particular types of ideas and cultural things worked for us in the past, but doesn't work anymore. Okay, so these are the types of people that are propelling us forward. All right, and what does this mean for us, right? As we approach this full moon, how can we internalize and look at this sort of Aquarius humanitarian type of energy? How does that affect us? Okay, so right now in America, there is so much turmoil going on over who has rights for this, who doesn't have rights for that, where do we fit into these things, and it's a really good time to analyze how we feel about all of these major social changes or things that are already in place, and what are our views as like we are in America and things are changing right now, like where do we fall on this spectrum? Okay, so that's something to think about. How does this affect us personally, right? Because all of those things about like how the politics of it and everything, that is how it affects the collective, but how does that affect us personally, right? So our society and culture has very specific standards for different things, stereotypes or viewpoints of like gender roles, the sense of beauty, all sorts of things that through the media and through advertising and all sorts of just different shopping and rhetoric get really shoved in our faces all the time. Okay, so how do we feel about these sorts of social customs, social views? How do we feel when we fit into these social constructs? How do we look at ourselves when we're like, okay, you know what? Our culture's standard on productivity, right? I am super productive. I'm kind of a workaholic. How do I feel about myself with this, right? Standards of beauty. When you fit into those standards of beauty, how do we feel about ourselves? When we might be outside of those standards of work or productivity or gender norms, how do we feel about ourselves? And then how can we say, you know what, I am my unique own person. I am this wonderful human And how can I, instead of trying to conform and feel out of place within these social constructs, but how can I shine my bright light and my unique spirit into this world, so maybe I find my place, and others that are similar or have those different outside the box kind of uniqueness, maybe we find each other and then we're building something new and adding some color to this collective. And that's what this full moon really wants us to do. All right, so make sure that we're not placing any unrealistic expectations or standards on ourselves that we didn't create for ourselves, right? Just because society says one thing, that doesn't mean that we need to fit into that, right? Okay, so some other transits that we need to think about outside of that full moon. On Saturday, July 28th, Mercury just moved into Virgo, so our intellect, our thinking, our communication is going to be very clear, it's going to be very organized and very productive. So if you need to write any papers, if you're doing any research, if you need to have any hard conversations or work through anything, this is your time. Over the next couple of weeks, it's going to come out really nicely and clear. All right, so Mars, which is also in Virgo, is going to be creating a very harmonious energy when it trines Jupiter in Taurus. Okay, so what this means is you have a very productive day on Tuesday. It is time to just kind of strap yourself in and get to work. You're going to get things done. You're going to feel really good and very productive. So use this energy for your benefit. All right, and when we have Mercury in Virgo, it's going to be opposing Saturn in Pisces also on the same day. And it is over the next couple of days, it's time to get serious about our goals and dreams. Let's put the things into practice. Let's actually stop dreaming about it and just actually go for it and do something about it. It's going to be a really good time for that. Thursday, the moon is going to move into Pisces, which is opposing the Leo sun, okay? This is going to bring imagination and creativity to any projects that you're working on. So if you are working towards your goals, your dreams and stuff with that beautiful Virgo energy, how can we add some creativity to solve any problems or to be able to work through any roadblocks that we are facing? This is the time for that. All right, it's also the time to go out and maybe try something new, something adventurous, something that might be a little outside of your comfort zone. Go for it and have a lot of fun. I hope this week is going to treat you very well and that you find this beautiful productive energy and this full moon that helps you embrace the collective spirit and also your own uniqueness. If you're wondering where these transits are going to affect you personally, please get in touch with me through the Blackbird website. I'd be very happy to help you figure it out. But until next week, be well and follow the stars.